Archer's issue was.
We're going to go lights off on the pace car this time
He
by.
said they took their carburetor off after
This
qualifying.
is when it gets
Didn't know that they
exciting.
weren't
This is
allowed
when
to,
the
so they turned
nerves
themselves
start.
in and gave up their starting position, so it didn't hurt them in tomorrow's race when they got caught with it.
Okay, I'm going to transfer you down there. Or no, do you want to wait? No.
No, you go ahead and just say it.
All right, so found out that they were supposed to have their carburetor sealed for qualifying, after qualifying for this race, and the team had to make an adjustment or issue, and so therefore they were penalized and sent to the back here.
Oh, wow.
So they were told to keep their carburetor sealed on there, so that is why he was sent back there. And unfortunate for Garrett Archer, he's going to come through a lot of traffic to get back to that original starting spot.
25 laps is all that's going to happen here.
Is blown.
So keep your eye on that 5 car. That guy is going to have fire in his eyes as they're in third gear. Get ready to come down
Okay,
for
I'll have to
a
ask you
green
after. I can't hear
flag.
you, so sorry.
Here we go.
Green flag is out once again. Lex Johnson. Here comes Eggleston.
Pete Harding with a bad corner. And that 39 car did not come anywhere near. And our first lap is going to be Lex Johnson, Jeremy Doss, Eggleston. The local boy leads the California and the Colorado contingent. Garrett Evans is in third. Touche. Then we got Moore. 39 of Harding.
And finished this race second last year, right?
Yes, Davidson finished. What was that? Lex?
Lex, yeah.
Yes, second in this race last year.
Got
and
a
he
good
finished
battle
third
back
in the
there
Galloway
between
after leading the
Newhouse
most laps.
trying to get underneath. Didn't quite get it done.
Here comes Archer through the field, passing traffic. So it's Johnson, Doss, Eggleston, Evans, Touche, Moore, Harding, Fitzpatrick. Here comes Klein to the inside of Fitzpatrick. And Archer moving up. The last transfer spot right now looks like the 20 of Andy Soul.
Only 2 cars out of here may not transfer. Our lap times.
It's Lex Johnson, still stronghold on Jeremy Doss. This one, though, not as much of a runaway as we saw that first heat race where Peltier and Riddle just walked away with the rest of the pack.
Well, the master, the 64 car of Garrett Evans, he knows how to manage his tires. And I think oh, here comes Touche on the inside, underneath Garrett Evans. And he takes that position. Did Garrett have a problem? Did he slow down? He passed him very easily. Now Moore's looking. Moore looking on the inside.
Check on Evans,
Is
check
there
on
a
Evans.
problem with the 64 car?
He's
Pete
dropping that
Harding.
fast, Kelly or Hannah.
Pete Harding looking underneath. And Pete Harding gets around. There is a problem on that 64 car. Very, very definitely.
As Evans starting to fall back here. That or he may be saving tires as Garrett Archer starting to come on now in the 5 car.
Archer made a good entrance in that corner.
No
Looks
one's
like
over
he's
here
got a
from
pretty
Evans,
good chance.
so I
Only
don't know.
7 laps down.
They're all up in the top of turn. They're all up in the top of turn number 1 and 2. And by the way, both of you, that's one of the good places to hang out in the races because that's where all your crew chiefs all stand as the top of 1 and 2, FYI. Glenn Knutson is his crew
Lex
chief. Look for Glenn
Johnson
Knutson, it's his crew chief.
It's using the inside of that curb to turn that car. He's dropping underneath the white line in an effort to not let that car drift on up out of the groove. Doing an excellent job.
How about Rob Touche starting to track down this thing? Interesting to note, and we talked about it earlier, longtime crew chief for Garrett Evans made the run over from Garrett to now the crew chief for Rob Touche is Brian Andrus. So Andrus now the crew chief on that Rob Touche thing. They already got 1 win on the 5/8. What could they do here for the Summer Showdown?
Well, Rob Touche really knows his way around
Jeremy, I can
this
tell you're talking,
facility,
but I cannot understand.
but he has been laid off for 11 years and quit racing and came back out and won the Galloway already this year.
What was that, Kelly? Kelly, what was that?
Here they come off of 4. Archer now trying to pick up another position as he's trying to get underneath his namesake. Garrett Archer was named for Garrett by Garrett Evans. And Archer picks up that position. Definitely a problem with Garrett Evans.
As they come down, it's still Lex Johnson up there, the 75 of Jeremy Dawson, 22 of Chris Eggleston.
So I just talked to his crew guys. They said he's not saying anything on the radio, so they don't know.
So interesting, Hannah Newhouse just talked to the crew of Garrett Evans, and he is not saying anything on the radio right now,
Really?
which is quite interesting that he's not saying anything out there to the crew.
Well, it sure looks like maybe a tire's going down or something. Because that guy, whoa, and we got a pass here. The 5 car trying to get by Pete Harding. Yes, he makes that happen. Garrett Archer moves up into that 6th position. So he's getting very close up there to where he would have started this race.
Jeremy Doss now starting to put pressure on Lex Johnson for that top spot. Remember, whoever finishes first in this one will start on the outside of the front row. Preston Peltier, he'll start back there right behind these drivers. But Owen Riddle will lead the field down with whoever wins this one to start tomorrow's race. Doss looks high that time. As Garrett Archer closed the gap there. Here comes Doss. Gets a good run that time off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. And Lex Johnson getting a little loose down that 22 car. Saw a little back end come out.
Jeremy Doss is set to pounce. He got about 9 laps left to go. He wants to get on that front row. It means an awful lot for a $25,000 to win race. He's trying to turn the apex of the corner.
Jeremy Doss, the same setup on his car, a Spinnaker chassis with Ernst Performance shocks. Similarly, you'll see Bubba Pollard race on the national side with that same setup.
Garrett Archer put lots of pressure on Daniel Moore. He wants to pick up a couple of more positions as the laps start to wind down.
I don't care who you are, but look back there and see a 39 and a 64 battling for position. I don't care if it's a heat race, but how about that, ladies and gentlemen? 2 of the greatest ever in the Pacific Northwest battling for position once again. The 39 of Pete Harding, the 64 of Garrett Evans. That is one picture moment there.
It is 2 of the greats of stock car racing on the West Coast. Both of them have raced nationally and they represented the state of Washington and Canada.
I tried to adjust the headphones for you guys. Can you hear me a little better?
I figured it out, Jeremy. I can hear you great now.
Now Archer
okay.
tries to move
Anna,
to
you're
the
good to go?
outside of Daniel Moore. Down the back
You're
chute,
loud and
the
clear.
16 car on the inside.
Did it
the
get louder about
5W
5 minutes ago at all?
Dirt Fish car on the
Not for me. I
outside.
haven't had volume problems at all. Like I've
Trying to
been
pick
A-okay
up a
all day.
couple of more positions.
I got a bad connection on these earbuds, but I got it situated. I can hear you.
Okay, sounds good.
Moore battles back. Archer looks like he's going to have the lead going down the backstretch. Archer gets a good bite off of turn number 2 and now gets up behind Rob Touche. 5 to go. 5 to go.
They come down the front stretch. It's still Johnson and Doss, but how about that battle? Here comes Garrett Archer looking to the inside of Rob Touche in this one.
He had to start at the back of the pack, and it looks like he's going to get underneath that 35 car as they battle up to turn 3. Yes, he buries that thing into turn number 3 and takes over that position.
And Archer has come all the way from the back of the pack. Right now, your transfer spot, Andy sold that 20W car, that final transfer spot.
Our front 2 distance himself out just a little bit from the third place car of Eggleston. Oh, and we got a battle for the lead going into turn number 1. Dots underneath the 22 car. Contact right in the apex of the corner. Keep your eye on this. White flag, one more time around.
It's Johnson down there in your leader, but the contact down between 3 and 4, and you definitely see the handling going away in that 22 car as Doss try to take advantage of that. Down through turns 3 and out of turn 4, they're going to come. Your winner going to be Lex Johnson, second Jeremy Doss, but the heat race battles have pursued. What a race we had there.
Wow.
Lex Johnson, your winner. Transfer spot, Andy Soul. Transfer spot, Andy Soul. It's kind of a good story. He hit the wall yesterday, and then he transfers in today.
Cool. I'm over in Lex's pit.
Lex
so I'll be
Johnson brings
They're
home the
literally right
win
next to
in
each
our
other.
second of
Kelly,
3
go
heat
right there.
races here tonight.
Kelly, go to
Jeremy
the right.
Dodson third.